here's a question that stops a lot of people before they even start. How much do you actually need saved before you can buy a home in North Alabama?
That's exactly what Veronetta Johnson tackles. The financing programs, the eligibility rules, and the real costs hiding behind the phrase zero down payment. Let's start with what zero down actually means in practice. The central question here is whether no down payment is a real path into homeownership or a marketing hook. And the answer turns out to be genuinely real, but with conditions most buyers don't know about going in.
The Post is direct about the core draw of USDA financing. Qualified borrowers may purchase a home without making a traditional down payment. Many families are able to enter the housing market much sooner, while interest rates and property values remain favorable.
So the upshot is that timing matters as much as the program itself. Waiting years to save a conventional down payment means buying into a more expensive market later.
And yet, the Post lands one of its most important lines almost as a standalone sentence. Zero down payment does not mean zero cost.
Right. Closing costs, inspections, title work, appraisal fees, escrow funding. The Post lists them out. And the point is that financial planning doesn't disappear just because the down payment does.
There's also a geography angle that catches people off guard. USDA loans cover eligible rural and suburban areas around Huntsville, not farms, actual residential neighborhoods. But those eligibility maps shift as the city grows, so a qualifying property today might not qualify next year.
FHA loans enter the picture as the alternative when a property falls outside USDA boundaries. Lower down payment requirements, more flexible credit standards, but loan limits set by county and stricter appraisal rules around safety and habitability. Things like roofing, electrical, and structural condition have to meet minimum standards before closing.
The Post also makes the case for pre-approval before house tours, which sounds obvious until you hear why. In Huntsville's market, desirable homes draw multiple offers, and buyers who skip that step often discover their budget and their wish list don't overlap.
The Huntsville Real Estate Tips podcast gets a mention as a resource for staying current on all of this. Financing programs, neighborhood trends, inspection findings, because the rules around these programs do change.
Smart home buying, in other words, is less about finding the right program and more about understanding the full picture before falling in love with a listing.
North Alabama's growth, aerospace, defense, healthcare, technology, keeps demand high, which makes that preparation the real competitive advantage.
The through line here is that the barrier to home ownership is often a misconception, not an actual financial wall.
And knowing which program fits your situation, USDA, FHA, or something else, starts with a conversation before the house search, not after.